built on the unseen. Good evening, guests. Built on the unseen. That is the story of every great skyscraper ever constructed, and I believe it's the story of every great life ever lived. When you look at a skyscraper, what do you see? You see lights, steel, glass, towers climbing high into the sky. But the most important part of those towers, the parts that carry the entire weight of everything above them, are completely invisible, buried underground, hidden inside walls, and sealed away forever the moment construction ends. And without any one of them, the tower does not rise. There are 5 of these invisible elements, 5 things that no one sees, but yet without any one of them, the tower does not stand. And just like a skyscraper, so it is with us and our lives. Number 1, the foundation. The CITIC Tower, the Zoom Tower, is the 4th tallest in China, the tallest in Beijing. It stands 528 meters, 108 stories. That's about 40 city buses stacked end to end. We see this building, and it is remarkable. But we do not see that the building extends 38 meters below the ground, embedded into concrete 6 meters thick. And underneath that concrete, hundreds of columns extend 37 meters deeper still. So at street level, we do not realize the building reaches 75 meters into the earth below us. That unseen foundation is not a footnote. That is the reason the tower exists at all. Without what is buried, unseen, unappreciated, unnoticed, the tower does not stand. And so it is with our life and the things people don't see. The studying no one watches. The quiet struggles we have. The personal failures we never post about. These are the things that makes our visible success possible. And on this invisible foundation is where we build our personal skyscraper so we can rise higher to the sky, realizing our dreams, our desires, and our destination. To build higher, dig deeper. Number 2, blueprints, the life plans. Before the Guangzhou CPF Financial Center rose to 530 meters, 111 stories, becoming the 3rd tallest in China. Before a single truck arrived and a single worker broke ground, there existed something no one really sees today. Thousands of pages of structural drawings, stress models, wind tunnel analyses. 1.5 years of invisible planning and invisible problem solving before anything could be seen. Our life happens in the unseen. Our life plans happen in the unseen. The goals written at midnight, the journal entries also written late at night, the questions we struggle with alone. No one applauds our planning stage, but the most important part of our life plans often happen in the invisible space known as our life preparation. And this is where we need to think about having our life plans cemented and realized, because no one cares about that, but they help us to move forward, and that happens in the invisible space. Number 3, the plan no one sees is the plan that builds everything. Number 3, the Ping On skyscraper. 599 meters, 111 stories. When you look at this column, or this tower, we see columns that are seemingly made of solid stone, simple, inert, ordinary. But throughout that column is rebar, completely encased and never to be seen again. Rebar is high-strength steel running the entire length of the structure. It's there at the beginning of the construction, and then once the concrete is poured, it's sealed away, completely encased, invisible, and never to be seen again. Rebar does not move, it does not adapt, it simply holds year after year, decade after decade, in total darkness, in total silence, under enormous pressure. It simply remains unbreakable, unyielding. There are times in life where we do not need inspiration. We need endurance. A student who continues studying hour after hour in preparation for an exam. The employee who delivers on the days that no one is watching. The entrepreneur who has heard no so many times it had lost its meaning and keeps going anyway. The world does not care about any of those, but those are the things that are the rebar inside of us, the hidden determination. Your hidden determination is the rebar of your life. Number 4, flexibility, the life movement. Shanghai Tower, tallest in China, 3rd tallest in the world, 632 meters, 128 stories. And at the very top of that tower hangs something most people never know exists. A 1,000-ton pendulum suspended by steel cables hanging silently in the dark. Engineers call this a tuned mass damper. I call it the building's invisible counterbalance. When the strong winds push the tower is designed to move about 2 meters. So when the strong winds come in and push the tower, the counterbalance swings in the opposite direction. It does not fight the storm, it answers it. When people look up at the tower, they seemingly see a still, rigid, immovable tower. But they do not see what's happening at the top. A slow, moving, silent conversation with the storm that's taking place near the top of that tower. When our life shifts suddenly, when the cold winds arrive, when the winds come at us from a different direction, rigidity is not the answer. Flexibility is. The ability to feel a force, swing the other way, and regain our balance. That is the invisible counterbalance that keeps us standing in the storm. Number 5, the core, the life purpose. When you walk into a skyscraper and you head toward the elevators, look at the walls around you. Plain, utilitarian, unremarkable. You have passed by these walls 1,000 times and not given them a second thought. But that is the structural core of the building. Structural core runs from the foundation to the very top floor. Every floor anchors to the core. Every beam connects to it. Every load travels through it. It is the reason the building is standing. And you walk by these walls all the time, and you've never perhaps known that. And the question that this invisible building element is asking us is, are we being the invisible core for someone else? Think about someone in your life who has always been there, steadily, silently. You may not have noticed them, you may not have thanked them, but your life would be very different without them. They are the structural core. To be someone's unseen core is the greatest thing we can build. For 26 years in a row, China has led the world in skyscraper construction. 5 invisible elements, 1 magnificent skyline. And so it is with us. The unseen foundation is what holds us up. The blueprints are the plans that we use to build everything. The rebar is the determination that keeps us going. The flexibility is the counterbalance that keeps us standing in the storm. And the structural core is the most important thing that we can leave behind in others. Together, let us build what no one sees so that everyone may rise. Thank you.